I'ma live by the want to be all I can. Let the rest just crash and burn. Crash and burn. Oh, let it crash and burn. This one for the person who feels alone. This one for the hero who has no home. This one for the one who live for hope. Changing better days. Pick your head up, keep on fighting, living, loving. Make your mind up. If you want it, take it, fly away, soaring high above the clouds. Hear the voices calling out. Oh, you want love. Crash and burn, I found myself beneath the emptiness. Make your mind up. Wanting more, I let it go. Holding on to love. Breaking through, I feel alive. For once in my life, I'ma live by the want to be all I can. Let the rest just crash and burn. Let the rest just crash and burn. Round and round we go, losing self-control. I keep telling myself, but I don't wanna let you know. Is this what we become? Strangers on the run, looking for something, chasing the sun. All those days, trying to find a place, a place where you'll make them just be alone, be alone. All those nights, lying by your side, like a surprise, feeling it shine under your spotlight.
Hello. Oh, hold on. There we go. Hello. And welcome back to, well, I can't say welcome back. Welcome to a new stream of Sherlock Holmes, The Devil's Daughter. Don't know much about this game. I know it's the newer Sherlock Holmes game, if you could say newer. It is still 4 years old, but it's the last one that they did. Don't quite know what it's about or anything yet. I haven't really read any reviews, but I enjoyed Crimes and Punishment that much that I went ahead and got this one. So, let's, without any complications or me talking too much, let's dive straight into it. I'm not a master sleuth. There's no doubt about that, considering my reputation of what I got in in Crimes and Punishments. I'm still disappointed how I failed that last case from yesterday. Ooh, so the case is called Pray Tell. Let's have a look at what they updated in the last couple of years that they developed this game. Oh dear. It's not looking good. Hey, Baker Street.
Oh, I do apologize. Am I disturbing you?
No, please. Do come in, Mrs.
My name is Miss Alice de Bouvier. I'm Mr. Holmes' new neighbor.
Oh, I didn't have the pleasure to... I am Dr. John Watson. Could we provide you with any assistance?
Watson looks
She is
different.
not the concern, Watson.
I'm... Then, what is this about?
That child standing sniffling behind her. Get rid of him, Watson.
But he is shivering with cold. And he is upset. What happened to him?
Little Tom knocked at the wrong door.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Boy, come in. Warm yourself by the fire. Can I offer you a cup of tea, Mr. Bouvier?
Well,
It is not as though we are disturbing you-know-who. Are we?
I suppose not.
Since you are our new neighbor, it is perhaps better that you know what he's like.
You're starting to worry me.
Well, Mr. Holmes is relapsing. This illness that he has seizes him when he finds himself with nothing to do. He becomes completely asocial. And alas, this is a very difficult, medically incurable case. Now, this must stay between us.
Of course, I understand. How very sad.
But there is a cure, if only a temporary one. A thrilling inquiry. Most certainly. If he refuses this one, then his condition will worsen.
Oh, I am still here, you know. I didn't fall out of the window. Very well, then.
Thank you, miss.
I get to touch people's face again. Ooh, it's different. Okay, this is different. It says imprecise, so forgets his hand. No, I can't read that. Validate it. God damn it. Well, at least it's practice.
Now tell me, boy, what brings you here?
It's my father, sir. He's missing. I don't know what to do.
Sorry about that. Oh. Game keeps alt-tabbing. Hold on. There we go.
What's his name?
George Hurst, sir.
Missing, eh? And what do the police say?
The police, they don't believe me. They say he's just abandoned me. But that's a lie.
Obviously. Your clothes are well mended and you can read. Your parents may be poor, but you are loved.
Yeah, well, it's just the two of us now. My mother died when I was a little one.
And that's just one more reason for not leaving you. Your father doesn't seem the irresponsible type. He's very good to you.
Well, that's right. But he has no fixed work, so he often takes odd jobs for the day. 'Cause that's all he can find. Only this time, he didn't come home.
And when was the last time you saw him?
3 weeks ago. He left for a new job. But this time, he was acting a bit strange and angry.
Strange? In what way?
He said to me, "Son, I'm out on a special job. Don't you dare move from here." I think something went wrong.
3 weeks? That's a long time.
Well, every day I thought he would show up. And anyway, I can look after myself.
What were you thinking? You and your father are both at risk. You should have come to me much earlier.
I was afraid. I ain't got no family, and I've got no other place to go. If our landlord finds out that Father left me, he'll throw me out on the street.
Tom, you've been very resourceful. We shall be discreet.
If only my mother was still here.
Aw.
Very well. Your address, please, Tom.
12 Dorset Street, the first floor, door E. It's in Whitechapel, sir. But I ain't got no money to pay.
Who asked for money, Tom? Your case seems to be the very medicine I need. I'll meet you there shortly.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Interesting. Looks like I still got my books. Oh, this definitely looks better graphically. Not by much. Same sort of thing. That's changed a little bit. They've streamlined it a bit. This is definitely the Unreal Engine. I really hope he's not looking at that woman still. I'm guessing with this being a tutorial, I have to... Okay, so that's still the same. Hello, Toby.
Brave Toby, best known
Oh,
in
you
the British
click.
Empire. My analysis table. It's useful for my work. My archive.
Oh, they've changed his room a little bit. We have a balcony. See what's going on in London.
My archive.
Watson's room.
Watson documents our adventures in here.
Nice.
A map of London and its surroundings. Could be useful.
Poor child. Holmes, you should help him.
Oh wow, I can actually go in the hallway now. Holy crap. I can actually walk around. Okay, this is definitely better. Wait, I can go on the street? What? It's just become like an open world game, holy crap. Nice. This is definitely different. So I have to travel by cab everywhere, but it's alright.
These streets are too narrow for the cab. I'll have to walk. North Street. North Street.
So I'm looking for Dorset Street.
Dorset Street.
And here it is. Okay, this definitely feels like more streamlined, which is awesome.
"'Tis our home, Mr. Holmes."
Glue. Probably taken from a wall. The old Tabard pub, North Street.
The roof leaks all the time. Father used to fix it.
Old clothes, soiled and worn. Hurst covered his bills ahead of time, thus providing Tom with security and sustenance.
My mother, sir. She died when I was very young. My father told me what she was like, but that's all I have.
I'm sorry, Tom. My mother left me when I was very young too. George Hurst's work was varied. He was evidently a hard-working and valuable hand. Food's running low. It's all... Well, I can see the preparations for peasant soup. A clever concoction for somebody with apparently no culinary skills. Tom probably reads at night. So that's why you came to see me.
Okay.
A collection of worn-out and second-hand books. George Hurst was providing his son with the best education that he could afford.
Father bought all those books for me. He didn't tell me, but I know that he pawned his coat for them. I hope you'll find my father soon.
It's too dark. I can't see anything. A leather satchel, what's in? Just some old things.
Okay, I gotta go to the pub. North Street's just round the corner.
Good day, Mr. Holmes.
Well, if it isn't young Wiggins. And I see you found yourself a job.
If you can call it that. I hate it. But if you've got any proper work for me...
I just might be in need of your assistance later. Wait here.
Okay, so Wiggins is back.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
So where's this pub? Ah, here it is.
I need to earwig to find out who is offering this special job.
Oh god. This is hard. This is hard.
The man who's offering that special job has a proper set of mutton chop whiskers.
Equality for the working class.
I'm glad I'm my own boss. I can complain only to myself. Or to Watson. There's no one to eavesdrop. There's no one to eavesdrop on from here.
No. That fellow who's offering the special jobs, he never drinks alcohol.
Just so happens that everybody's talking
The
about
man
it.
I'm looking for has whiskers and never drinks.
It's that guy over there. This man. Surely.
The longer the picket line, the shorter the strike.
Whiskers. And water.
This must be the man that I'm looking for.
He looks upset about something as well.
Interesting. A missing person. I should find out more.
Bosses beware. When we're screwed, we multiply.
Dump the bosses off your backs.
Bosses beware.
You see that gentleman? I need you to follow him and report back to me.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
Oh. A play as Wiggins. Awesome.
Whitechapel never changes. Dirt and beggars everywhere.
I feel like I'm playing Assassin's Creed.
I couldn't pay the rent last week.
Pumpkin, cabbage, cheap.
They won't let me pass. I'll need to find another way.
Rich folk feed meat to their dogs. I can't even remember what we...
Living costs are too much these days. My son has to work down the sewers. He's only 7.
Stupid kid. Take a brush and get in there.
I'll be able to continue the chase if I climb up the chimney, but it's dangerous.
Stop crying and get to work.
Please, you don't have to beat him. I'll do it. I'll clean the chimney.
Go on then.
I believe that he actually made children do this.
He's still here, that's a relief.
Oh my. Oh dear. Oh dear. No, no, no. No falling now, Wiggins. No falling. Don't you dare give up on me, Wiggins. Nice. Oh, it's going right. That's not good. How do I get right? I'm Magic Man. Oh, child.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
Excellent rendition, my good man. Keep it up. I wonder.
Oi, what are you doing in my garden?
I'm just passing through, lady.
No place to hide here. I'd better go through the yard.
Ah. One way of doing it. Surprised that some of these people even have, like, gardens.
Look at that crawling rat.
I don't know why, like, Victorian people, like, hated kids. Street kids.
I know that boy. Hey, Jim. Can you lend me your kit? I'm on a secret mission for Mr. Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Hurry up.
Alright, alright.
This could be useful with a small brush.
Did you fall asleep?
Yes, yes I did. Shine your shoes for you, sir. Excellent. Now let's just give it a nice scrub. There we go.
A soft cloth should make it shine.
Give it another polish, yeah?
Here's your reward, you little toad.
Thank you, sir.
You've made my day, good sir.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just nod at me and say, mm-hmm. There's a dog. There's a couple of dogs.
Damn! I need to find another one.
Alas, the weather's good. Last week was freezing.
It doesn't get cold again. I've no money for coal.
But
I can't lose him now.
This is a long chase scene. That was a long, a long scene. Holy crap.
Interesting. What's going on in the yard?
Aha.
A lot of expensive stuff. Ah, a coat of arms. It might help Mr. Holmes. I'll make a drawing of it.
Dun, 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 dun.
I can't see what's inside.
How unfortunate. Right, let's actually go inside. Why not? I'm only a street urchin after all.
It's too dangerous to enter.
Ah, don't be a coward, Wiggins.
I can't see what's inside. I can't see what's inside.
Go try the door
It's
now.
too dangerous to enter.
Ah.
Do only 2 people live here? I wish one was me. Bags of food. I like this house.
Ah, for God's sake, Wiggins.
Time to report to Mr. Holmes. Let's get outside before I get caught.
Oh, balls. Yeah, I forgot that I have to jump over the wall. Considering that they look very wealthy, they should really consider getting that wall fixed.
Wiggins' tale was quite unusual. What do you make of what he found, Holmes?
Wiggins did a good job.
I wonder if I can find it in the archives.
Here it is. So this man could be Lord Marsh. Huh. A lord who hangs around in a public house. Let's pay a visit to Lord Marsh. We'll pretend that we're interested in his charitable activities.
Mr. Holmes, you have a visitor.
Oh, just ask him to wait.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. This young lady refuses to wait for anything.
What?
Father!
Caitlin!
Miss Caitlin's boarding school was flooded. Everyone was sent home.
As if it could smell any mustier.
My word, how is it possible that you have grown up so fast?
You'll be staying. Wherever will we put you?
Holmes, I'll give her my room, of course.
What do you have to say, Kate?
You're on a new case. A respectable lady who's being blackmailed? Or is it a love story between a prince and a suffragist?
However did you guess?
You will tell me, won't you, Father?
We'll see. If you behave.
All right, then. Have fun. I'll go and unpack. Will you help me, Mrs. Hudson?
Well then.
It's wonderful to have Kate home.
Must use the telescope. Must use... If I'm going to pay a visit to a lord, I think I should probably dress a bit more suitably. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, a bit more suitably. I think that's it's definitely more suitably. Should I dress as a priest? Nah, I'll wear my normal stuff. Let's do this. Ooh, I like his clothes.
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
Holmes, about Caitlin.
Yes?
She has grown up, hasn't she? Don't you think it's time to tell her?
To tell her what, Watson?
Well, about her father.
Never. Absolutely never. Do you hear me?
Holmes, you were responsible for the death of her father. You owe her the truth. She is old enough now.
I would lose her. Can't you see that? She must never know, Watson. Is that clear?
Holmes.
It won't and can't happen.
Have I missed something? Was that in a previous game?
Come in, please.
Good day, gentlemen. Welcome to my home. How may I help you?
Good day to you, Lord Marsh. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yeah, I can do more examining. I missed something? So yeah. It's like a doctor of some form. I say we validate it.
I hope we're not disturbing you. You are with your physician?
Yes, this is Dr. Reuben Fisher. But no, please, I'm intrigued by your visit, Mr. Holmes.
I'm glad to hear it. The last thing I'd wish is to upset the patient. Lord Marsh, can I just say that I admire all of your efforts in assisting the poor of London?
Yes. It is a war that we must fight, on our streets and now too from my home. You must surely have noticed those bags full of items, clothing and books for the unfortunate.
That is inspirational. At my own humble level, I too try my best to support those in need. I thought perhaps that I could be of some assistance?
I don't see why not. I already have the valuable assistance of Dr. Fisher, who happens to be my personal physician.
It's curious. Your face seems familiar to me, Doctor. Oddly, I'm associating it with Whitechapel?
Well done. You are right. I do occasionally frequent a few hostelries over there, would you believe it? Not that I am a drinker. But there, dressed as a working man, I can approach the other fellows to see if they might be interested in a special job.
A special job? May I ask what you're referring to?
Certainly. Since Lord Marsh began his special education program in 1889, he foresaw that such people would need an occupation of some kind. And so, with or without education, we propose these opportunities to work with Lord Marsh. It offers the less fortunate a chance to help make London a better place.
That's remarkable.
Yes, indeed. In order to truly see, one requires vision, yes? But also insight. And Lord Marsh has believed this since he was a child.
Oh, Dr. Fisher makes it all sound so romantic. Let's close this topic.
Forgive me, Lord Marsh. You're looking very pale. Might I offer Dr. Watson's assistance?
That is kind of you. But I feel confident that I can provide Lord Marsh with the care that he requires.
How long have you been like this, my lord?
I'm fine, Dr. Watson. Don't fuss. It's only influenza. I'll be better in a few days. I can feel it already.
In that case, why are you taking such powerful painkillers?
Excuse me, what do you mean?
Mr. Holmes is referring to the pills on your table.
I'm sorry, but that's a medical confidentiality.
I'm gratified by your interest in my charity. You're the first who has offered to help.
Lord Marsh believes that...
Lord Marsh even helps hospitals. A provision dealing with the paupers of Whitechapel. Last year, 3 orphans were put through medical college. Last year... Lord Marsh, hunting with his friends.
Ah, my dear comrades, Lord Collins and Lord Harrington. If it wasn't for this godforsaken English malady, I'd be with those rapscallions right now.
All in due time, my lord.
Thanks to Lord Marsh and the special education program, a great many poor people will have a second chance in life. John Strobridge. I've seen this name before. It was on a missing persons poster. I can't quite work it out. Do you have any idea as to the number of people who might owe you their lives?
Oh, don't embarrass me, Mr. Holmes. But indeed, these people have become like a family to me.
That would be a fairly large family, I imagine.
Yes, the list would be longer than any of your short stories. As for how large, well, Fisher is the one who keeps record.
Might we take a glance at the list?
I regret that is impossible. It is confidential. I stand firm upon that point, Mr. Holmes.
I quite understand. We'll most certainly send a donation towards your educational program. I shall take my leave then. I thank you both and I wish you all the very best, gentlemen.
Likewise, Mr. Holmes.
I've never seen so many provisions for the poor, and certainly not in a lord's house. It appears that Lord Marsh spent a great deal of his money on aiding the poor. Humanitarian aid for an orphanage. It's shut tight. Aid for the paupers of Lambeth Workhouse. It's extremely honourable to devote one's whole life to assisting the poor. Bags full of food. It's closed. It's closed.
I'm gratified by...
Lord Marsh.
There's definitely something suspicious about all of this. I'm not even sure if Lord Marsh is behind it. It could be his doctor.
Mr. Holmes, do you have any news about my father?
Tom, not so fast. I wanted to ask you if you remember your father mentioning anything about a special education program.
An education program? No, he only talked about a special job.
What's this box, Tom?
Oh yeah, I just found it, Mr. Holmes. It was ever so well hidden. I've no idea why.
Well done, my boy. It could prove very helpful. This oil can also be used on weapons. Wolfjack. Looks like a military badge. A ramrod to clean a rifle. Tom, does your father own a rifle?
A rifle? No. If he had, he would have shown it me.
I'm sure that he wouldn't have shown it you. I need to find this rifle. This scrap of cloth was used to oil a firearm. Tom, does your father have any other property?
No. Well, at least I don't think so.
I have to take Toby. He'll take a sniff of the oil, and we'll find that rifle.
Over there we can go investigate. That badge in our archives.
Here it is.
It's a marksman badge.
Come on, Toby. It's time for you to earn your keep. Watson?
I prefer to visit Lord Marsh. I'm worried about the condition of his health.
It's nice to see that Toby hasn't changed whatsoever.
Search, Toby, search.
Or the Toby gameplay. None of this has changed. Have I entered a bloody cave?
Nothing that could interest me. People use this cellar for storage. Pile of rubbish. It's not here. Old things. Ordinary storage. Tom's photograph. Let's try to get inside. News clippings on Lords in the education program. Why are they here? Let's compare this list with the evidence that we found earlier. This is the list of selected participants for October's special education program. According to this poster, John Strobridge is missing. Let's compare them with people from Hearst documents. I don't think so. I should pay more attention to details.
Alright, that's how I do it.
This man appears in both documents. All the people in Marsh's document are marked and dated in George Hurst's files. A map of Epping Forest. This case must have been full of cartridges. There was something on the stand. There was a rifle here. George Hurst took it with him.
Oh well.
Just rubbish. Just some old things. Brave Toby, best nose in the British Empire.
Holmes, what are you doing here? What are you planning?
A mission of my own. You must play the role of the conscientious doctor while I sneak inside Marsh's house. That's the only way of helping little Tom.
Oh, Watson.
The window is firmly shut. There's no space for this lock. There's no space for this.
How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Oh, you're so clumsy. Can you please not...
I have to visit Lord Marsh and offer him my services.
Fisher, please, allow Dr. Watson to enter.
Good job, Watson. Let's see how hard to crack this safe is.
Doctor, it appears that you were impatient to pay me another visit.
Indeed. Will you allow me to examine you? A second opinion, so that the great Lord Marsh does not become the late Lord Marsh.
Well, since you put it that way, very well.
Shall I retire to your office, Lord Marsh?
No, please, Doctor. I insist that you stay. I shall need your assistance.
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
Where do I hide?
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing
Where
here?
do I hide? I don't see anywhere to hide.
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
Under the desk?
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
Doesn't give you a lot of chance to find somewhere.
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
There we go. Interesting. Interesting way of cracking a safe. Cool though.
November 7th. This means that the meeting is planned for today.
And a map.
Lord Marsh is a keen hunter.
I'd suggest that your current weakness is perhaps more than a simple case of influenza, Lord Marsh.
Where might your companion be, Dr. Watson?
Oh, he's busy poking his nose into other people's business, I'm sure.
My lord, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I must remind you about your meeting.
Is it already time? My apologies, Dr. Watson, but we are expected elsewhere. Might we offer you a lift?
You're going out? I'm not sure that's wise in your condition.
I value your opinion, but misery never rests, and I am needed.
Well, do please take good care of yourself, Lord Marsh. I'll send you my diagnosis, Dr. Fisher.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. Farewell.
A map of London and its surroundings.
Holmes, come here. This is serious.
Watson, what are you doing at my table?
I just need to check one thing about Lord Marsh. My intuition tells me that Lord Marsh is hiding something about his disease. His cough, in addition to his fever and his usage of strong painkillers, leads me to believe that he is seriously ill. Let's study it more closely. Sputum with tiny drops of blood. I could take a sample and examine it under the microscope. I need to take a... Let us apply chemicals to color the sample. I need a pip... Now, let's examine the colored sample under the microscope. A mycobacterium. It appears that Lord Marsh is seriously ill. Holmes, this is no longer a laughing matter. It is just as I feared. Lord Marsh is suffering from tuberculosis.
You don't say.
Yes, I do say. And Holmes, he will die if he is not transferred to a sanatorium as soon as possible.
And yet both Lord Marsh and Dr. Fisher are doing their best to hide this fact. How interesting.
But why?
Why indeed, Watson?
Oh, dear God. You don't think that Lord Marsh contracted tuberculosis while aiding the poor? How terrible. I have a commitment that I can't possibly cancel. Holmes, during my absence, please be extremely careful. This disease is highly contagious. And remember that we have women at home.
Thank you, Miss Alice. Until later.
I'll see you soon, Caitlin.
Where have you been?
Our neighbour lent me a book. She is so kind. I think she likes you.
Dracula. Excellent.
I doubt that.
Good
How
choice
is your
of books.
investigation going?
It's going. Dracula?
Yes. It's forbidden reading at my boarding school. Did you know?
Well, well.
I can't wait to tell all my friends about this.
That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need.
Honestly, at a loss. It's on the map, so I'd assume it'd be on the map.
A map of London and its surroundings.
But
That's not the... That's not the one.
no idea.
Here it is. Cranston's Oak is in Epping Forest. That's the place indicated on George Hurst's map.
I don't know where to next go.
I hope you'll find my father soon.
Oh. I've come all this way and I need to go back to Baker Street. Oh, the idiot I am. I was expecting it to just appear on the map. Apparently I was wrong. Hey, my chat seem awfully quiet today. Where is everybody? There's nobody talking.
Let's try to find the place from the hand-drawn map.
This is definitely a lot harder than it looks.
Here it is. Drat. I'll need to hurry if I want to find out what's going on at the forest.
Father, that boy Wiggins, does he come here very often?
He helps occasionally in some of my cases. Why do you ask?
I'd like to talk to him.
Talk to him?
Father, back at school there are only girls to talk to, and they are so boring. I'm sure Wiggins has lots of exciting stories to tell about his life in London. It would be so romantic.
Oh dear.
Caitlin, you know that Wiggins hasn't had the most fortunate life.
That only makes him more interesting.
Oh, Kate.
I'll leave you alone now.
Oh dear.
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
Let's see how long you can stay alive!
Damn it. This is never a good sign. God damn it. Didn't even give me time.
Is that your blood in the snow?
I've got a madman chasing me. Oh, come on.
Here you are.
Yeehaw. I hope I carry a revolver. Oh no, that's usually Watson.
Where is he?
This man was killed recently. The body is still warm. He was poor.
Find him, boys. Find him.
Oh. They're hunting people. I get it, they're hunting people. How did I get hit then? I took cover.
I saw something. Hungry today. You scampering little rat. I like to call this the Swamp of Despair! Ah!
Oh.
I like to call this the Swamp of Despair!
I have to take a right. Okay.
Here you are!
Yeah, let's go this way. Going back that way. Let's go.
You won't get far!
Okay, let's go around that way.
Don't worry, no one's going to find your body.
Let's go this way.
Got you.
Let's go to the left and then round.
You scampering little rat!
Oh, wrong way.
Don't worry, no one's going to find your body. Got you. You don't stand a chance.
So, left. And up.
Where have you gone?
Nowhere. I am nowhere. You cannot see me. Because I am nowhere. Let's keep running.
I'm following your tracks.
Excellent. Running down. Serpentine. See? Always works. Right, let's get going again.
You won't get far.
He was killed by a shot to the forehead. My God, it's Lord Harrington's body. My health is deteriorating. I need to dress my wound. I can hide here. I can hide here. This will help to dress my wound. The Quartermain Club. This must be Lord Marsh's cabin. Someone's coming in.
Breathe, Lord Marsh. It's almost over.
Who are you?
George Hurst from the 1st Lovett Scouts, here to deliver justice.
An old soldier. How ironic. Did we refuse you on our special education program?
It's true, I was refused. An old wounded soldier is useless to you, but he can still be dangerous.
We hunted a lot in these woods, but I didn't expect to become the prey. I have lived a grand life without any limits set by others. I will die a happy man, so you won't see me begging, you festering wretch.
Prepare to meet your maker.
should decide what to do before leaving the cupboard. I should decide...
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now, it's time to end this.
By all means.
George Hurst, your bloodlust ends today. You should have been apprehended weeks ago, before you killed Strobridge out of jealousy. Drop your gun. You may have wounded me, but I won't miss you.
If I ever had you in my aim, I wouldn't have merely wounded you.
Oh, the best detective in England.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice. I was wrong.
The best detective in England.
Enough! You'll die here, Lord Marsh, and you'll die slowly.
I understand your view, Mr. Hurst. I really do, but I couldn't allow you to continue.
Interesting. Yeah. I'll get it right this time. I don't want to start this off with a wrong episode. Yes, I know the answer now, but it's not the point. So the lords have been hunting people.
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now, it's time to end this.
By all means.
George, listen to me. If you're seeking an apt punishment and vengeance, killing Marsh will give him exactly what he wants. He would die knowing that he had fulfilled his life through his absolute control of it. But if you allow Marsh to live and be arrested, he will suffer a punishment far greater than you or I could deliver. His ball and chain will be the debilitating tuberculosis. It will drag him painfully and slowly to his demise behind bars.
You're mad! You're both mad!
Let's go and find Tom.
Not just yet. See, Lord Marsh, you will die here. Although not by the gun. You'll die slowly.
Don't do this, George.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice.
Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
I'm gonna let him do it.
Mr. Hurst, you've already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely. No loose ends.
I'll accept that decision. And just like that, I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you've enjoyed. We'll be back tomorrow with another episode of Sherlock Holmes. I hope if you've liked this video, please like, subscribe, follow, especially on Twitch because we're trying to reach 2K followers. That would mean a lot and help me make content like this again. And yeah, we'll be back later with more Alien Isolation. Until then, stay epic. I'll see you in a bit.